Now, after a very dominant spell in the Serie A, Juve, they need a rebuild.
Yeah.
They've dropped off from winning the league title. They lost players like Ronaldo. They lost players like De Ligt this summer, just gone, and Dybala. I think this is probably the biggest club, maybe around the world, other than Man United, who probably need a rebuild right now.
Fan-wise, they're the biggest in Italy, and they are one of the biggest in the world.
Yeah.
And you're just sort of saying they've just dropped off. Well, they lost the cup final in May. They lost that, and that season was the first season since 2010-11 season that they haven't won a trophy.
That's mental, isn't it? So they've gone basically a whole 10 years.
I think we just looked at it, was 9 league titles in a row.
9 in a row, yeah. So that's quite impressive. You can see here 36 Serie A's in total. But from the years 2012 all the way up to 2020, that is 9 league titles in a row in Italy. That is dominance, complete dominance. And stuff that we don't really see in this country, I'd say. Even like when we've had dominant spells from clubs, there's always somebody who will win one and disrupt a line. You know, I think 3 in a row has probably been max that we've had recently with the likes of United, maybe Man City.
Another achievement that I'd sort of looked through as well is that they have played in the second league in Italy, but they've never been relegated.
No, because of some funny business.
Yeah, funny business going on. And the only time they've been sort of relegated into the league, down to the lower league. But as a team, they've never been relegated.
No, I think I've got a bit of a grudge against Juventus because of those reasons. Yeah, I really do. Because growing up, my favourite Italian clubs have always been the 2 Milan clubs. I've really liked the players that they've always had. You know, the R9s go into Milan, and obviously you play for AC Milan later on. Kaká, AC Milan, Ibra, both the clubs, Eto'o as well. I've always loved the 2 Milan clubs.
Me coming up through at my age, it was Lazio and Sampdoria. Yeah, because of the English players going over.
Gazza,
and David Pleat.
So Juve, for me, I've never really liked them, but I do like some of their players, and I like the fact today we're going to do a rebuild on them. So let's take a look at the squad that we've been given already, because obviously some transfers have been made. They've got Paul Pogba. They've got a guy that they've brought in called Bremer from Torino, I think, that they've brought him in. So that's a rivalry.
Well, it's a funny rivalry, this is. Do you know why it's a rivalry?
Because they're from the same town.
Well, you could say that, that is the main reason, but the main reason there is a rivalry is because when Juventus was formed back in the day, a couple of the players and backroom staff didn't agree on certain things, so there was a split up with Juventus.
Okay.
And one carried on running Juventus, and the other went away and started
Torino.
Another
team that we've actually built.
The real bit comes from.
Yeah. So I don't think it's very often that you'll see a player move from club to club like that.
No.
In a derby situation, but there we go. They've signed Bremer after losing De Ligt. They signed Bremer. Whether that's an upgrade, I don't think so. But he's okay on Football Manager, and he's 24 years of age. He's still young. And obviously they got Paul Pogba on a free. There is a few new signings as well that are coming in soon. Moise Kean and Locatelli they've got on loan to buy deals. It's a funny business because it's almost like we're going to loan him for 2 years with an option to buy for. I mean, I think Locatelli's like 30 million. It's still cheap, but it's like we don't have to pay you the 30 million up front. So it's a little bit stingy, really. But they still got world-class players. Bonucci's still knocking around. He's 34 years of age on the game, but he's still really decent. A lot of good players and some that I would like to get rid of. Now, I have made one sign-in in this summer window, mainly because of the transfer budget just really wasn't there after the signings that they've already made. I brought in Rafinha from PSG. There is a reason, and I'll allude to it when we look at the tactic, because there was maybe a position that I think needed a little bit of strength and depth.
Yeah.
But Rafinha, he's still 28. He's coming in on a 44k a week wage, which is really cheap.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Considering the clubs that he's played for and the wages that he probably has earned when he was as a teenager at Barcelona, he probably earned more. And there's another thing. I believe he's Thiago's brother. Yeah, they play for different countries. One plays for Brazil, one plays for Spain. Yes, I always forget that they're brothers because of that. But I remember when they come through the Barcelona academy, knowing that they were brothers. Yeah. Like, oh god, and then they split off. Go on different clubs, play for countries, and I forget. But we've signed him anyway, and I like he's got good attributes. To be fair, we signed him for 3.7 million. It's peanuts, to be honest. Yeah. So after he made 23 appearances for PSG last season, the reason why I have signed him is because we are going to a 4-4-2. Now I'm using the Genoa 4-4-2 from the Genoa series that we did. And on this right hand side here, we've got 2 or 3 players you can play there, Cuadrado and Chiesa, and that's it. The reason why that's not good enough is Chiesa really is our only right winger because we need Cuadrado to play wing back.
Yeah.
So really we only have one option to play right wing. Rafinha can play there. He's not amazing at it, but I'm starting to train him there, and I think he'll get better. Angel Di Maria is another player that we have brought in this summer, and he goes in on that left-hand side quite nicely there if we did pick the team. The only position that I have secured is Vlahovic. I know he will probably play anyway, but I want him to play on the left because that's where I want somebody attacking corners. We have two strikers. One of them is Vlahovic, one of them is Moise Kean. One of them's really good in the air, Vlahovic. The other one, Moise Kean, isn't. So if I got two strikers, but the one striker is attacking corners is the left-hand side, and they keep putting Moise Kean in there, we're not going to score as many goals as what Vlahovic will. Now, he is arguably their best player right now.
Yeah.
He come into the club in January. It looked like Arsenal was going to sign him, and then no, went to Juventus from Fiorentina, did really well, hit the ground running.
I'm going to say, he scored quite a few goals in his first games, didn't he?
And then it tailed off a little bit. But on Football Manager, he's still amazing. So we'll see how he goes playing for us at just 21 years of age. Big future. 4-4-2. Thoughts on it? Yeah, I knew you'd like that.
English tactics, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of Italian clubs starting to use it, I think.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see a bit of a 4-4-2 comeback. To be fair, Man City did use it a lot last season with 2 false nines, didn't they? But there we go. Right, okay, so schedule-wise then. We have played 2 games in the league. We've won both. The first one, the team that just won the league, Milan, we've beat them 3-0.
Weird about that. We played Milan in a friendly before we played them in the league.
If you remember rightly, though, this is the 2021 season. Every club did that because of COVID.
Right.
So I think Man United ended up playing like Brentford and Everton the week before the Premier League started. It's just that obviously we've arranged to play Milan, and then our first game was against Milan. So I think that was because of COVID.
2 games is a good aggregate, isn't it?
Yeah. Because the only one that isn't from Italy there is the Hamburg friendly. So that's obviously something that was pre-arranged before. 2-0 against Torino as well.
Good start.
So that's a very good start. Against the champions and our rivals, 2-0 and a 3-0. Haven't conceded a goal. The 4-4-2 is working. It's magic. Let's take a look though, because our Champions League group, despite obviously not winning the league, we still finished in 3rd place, I think. So we qualified for the Champions League. Atletico Madrid, Leipzig, Monaco.
You look at it, when you're a team like Juventus, you look at that and you look at it differently, don't you? You think, we'll win that.
Yeah.
But there's 2 good teams below us.
Yeah. And Monaco's no slouch.
No. So you got to think, well, we've got to play well to win that. We've got to win our own games, as I say. But, we should qualify.
Yeah. Got to win your home games. T-shirt. Link down below in the description. Take a look at the TeePublic shop. There is new T-shirts available for you to buy. Gotta win your home games. But yes, if we do win our home games, we should win that group. I'd like to think so. It'd just be the Atletico Madrid game on the away leg.
That's always going to be an away game hard, really.
For sure.
You'd like to think you'd beat both times, home and away.
Yeah. Okay, let's simulate this first season and see how we do. Right, first season, 3rd place. Lazio. We know in real life Lazio are nowhere near as good as what they are in Football Manager because they have Ciro Immobile. However, Ciro Immobile did score 43 goals. It's amazing for him, but Dusan Vlahovic scored 48. So we're scoring almost 50 goals with one player in 38 games, but we're still so far off. So far, 7 points away from Lazio. Who only lost 5 games this year, including 1 against us. So that's a difficult one to take there, really.
Yeah.
With Lazio winning the league.
I mean, the only good thing is we've stayed into the Champions League, so you got that to play for next season. That's all right.
That's it. That's the thing. We kept in the Champions League. The money's still going to be there because Juve do have a big budget compared to a lot of other clubs. They're giving us £84 million next season.
It's not a lot, really. It's one player, isn't it, for them?
Yeah, but it's a lot more than what a lot of the other Italian clubs are going to be given, for sure. Right, other competitions. Then we've got the Coppa Italia. We've got the Champions League that we're in. Did we phase into Europa League? I hope not. We had a good enough route to manage to qualify. Let's take a look. We win the Champions League!
And our own cup.
First season, and the Coppa Italia. Oh, what a season that is. I don't really care about winning the Serie A. That's... Liverpool 4-1.
That's an hammering, isn't it?
I didn't think we had a good enough team to do it first season. No. I did think at the start of this rebuild, I thought, I'd be disappointed if I don't win a Champions League with Juve.
Well, did I say we've only won it twice before the Champions League?
We've won it twice before, yeah. I think it was back to back.
Our first season we've won it once.
And we've won it once. Chiesa with 2, Moise Kean with 1, and Kyle George, the youngster, coming off the bench. That might be the reason why. Trent Alexander-Arnold was sent off after 8 minutes. The dirty Scouser.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big player to lose as well in a key position for them.
Defensively, he's not all that, but going forward, he adds so much to their game, doesn't it? It does look like they had they don't have Mohamed Salah in their team either, so maybe he was injured for the final, but they kept Jota on the bench and didn't use him, so questionable there from Jurgen Klopp's Liverpool. Got to the final, didn't show up when they got there. So, that's very good. What about the Coppa Italia? Who do we beat in the final? That 5-1 against Roma.
Oh, Jose wouldn't have been very happy with that, would he?
He wouldn't have been. No, you're right.
He likes to win things, doesn't he? He likes to say what he's won everything. Something. Well, he's won something in every league.
Yeah, I think I seen something and I was quite disappointed that it was us. Man United are the only club that before he went to Spurs. That Jose Mourinho went to where he didn't win the league. That's embarrassing. Yeah. Same as Louis Van Gaal. He won the league at every club he went to other than Man United.
He still won something at Man United though, didn't he?
Yeah, he won the Europa League.
I mean, he didn't win nothing with Spurs.
No.
So I could be more disappointed than you.
Yeah.
Because I really wanted to be the Spurs manager, remember? Yeah. I was saying that would be the best thing for us.
Yeah. I think Jose won an FA Cup for us.
No, I think it was a European Cup, I think he won.
Did he win Europa League? I can't remember because I think Louis Van Gaal won an FA Cup. I think we won 2 FA Cups in a short. I can't remember, but to be fair.
I think it was a European Cup he won.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Back to Juve anyway. Like we mentioned, that is our 3rd Champions League. The other 2, it was two different occasions. 85 and 1996. Zidane was around about then. I think that was the year that Zidane won it. And 85, where I believe it was the French legend up front, and the name is gone. Michel Platini.
Yes.
Of course, yes. We had to Google that. No, we didn't. Dad actually remembered. But yes, Michel Platini and possibly Zidane. But now, Dusan Vlahovic could be that figurehead guy that we have. He is our key player, scoring a shed loads of goals, and he's developing quite nicely too. Let's take a look at the full squad though, and get the rundown. He scored 68 in a 4-4-2. 57 games, 68 goals. 35 for Moise Kean as well. There's Kulusevski on loan at Spurs still there. Pogba got himself 11. Di Maria got 29 assists. I dare say there's probably quite a lot of corners being taken.
Yeah.
Vlahovic attacking it.
He's a player, when he came to England, he was awful, wasn't he?
Di Maria? Yeah. I hate him. I hate him because of what he was like at Man United, and after he left, when he did that stupid drinking from the bottle, then we knocked him out anyway. That was hilarious. Yeah. But there we go. Okay. Good season to start things off. What a rebuild.
Yeah.
Right. Second season.
Can we improve on that?
Well, that's going to be... We need to win the league.
You've got to win all of it. Win all of it.
Yeah. But yeah, let's go forward to the second season. Before we do, let's hear a word from our sponsor. It's Manscaped. The football is back, and it's time to put your elite ball skills to the test with Manscaped. Man City may have won the league, but your Man City will be the real champions this year when you go to manscaped.com and use code OMEGA for 20% off and free shipping.
So how's your midfield looking then?
Well, the midfield's looking smooth thanks to the Lawnmower 4.0. The performance packages comes with this nifty trimmer, and it's surprising how much it keeps your playmakers cool and composed during these heat waves.
Not moping around in this heat like Man United's midfield then.
No. The trimmer battery lasts 90 minutes, so you could be shaving your coconuts for the entire length of the match. And the Lawnmower 4.0 ceramic blades reduce nicks and cuts in your most sensitive regions. This revolutionary tech is the best defense you can find for your Virgil Van Dyke and balls. The performance package also comes with the Weed Whacker for your nose and ears, and the Crop Preserver and the Crop Reviver to give your balls a boost at half time. It also comes with a t-shirt and boxers, as well as a handy travel bag.
So make sure you keep your Ballon d'Ors shiny.
Oh yes, and use code OMEGA at manscaped.com. Don't forget you get 20% off plus free shipping. The link is at the top of the description. Okay, welcome back. Adrien Rabiot, a guy that was linked with Manchester United heavily for a while, and thankfully at this point we haven't signed him. We might end up signing before this comes out, and I'd look really embarrassing, but I got rid of him on here anyway. Have you heard the stories about his mum causing a lot of trouble for him? His mum is his agent.
Oh, yes, I have.
That would be the worst thing ever.
Imagine your mum being not your agent.
God, I will never forget. Once I played against a team from St Mirren, and this guy was about 6'6". He was massive, and he was gobbing off all game. And my mum, after he gobbed off to me, and I just didn't do anything about it, my mum came on the pitch and shouted at him all the way through the rest of the game, and then chased him to his car. I'm being deadly serious, and she's about 5'3".
She did, yeah.
Yeah, she was
like
like
all
a
his
bulldog.
mates was giving him out, wouldn't they? Because he just kept. I mean, given his due, he just took it, walked off, and got in his car. And he'd go, "Yeah, go on, you better go now."
All of my teammates were holding back because they thought we were going to get chinned because he was that big. But there we go. 21 years of age, Adrian Rabiot has gone to Barcelona, so I'm thankful of getting rid of him out of the club because that brought in even more money for us, £7 million there as well, so 33 million in total, and we have signed a good amount of players here. Rafinha was last season. This season, the first one was Virgil Lozano, I remember picking up because he was transfer listed by Napoli for £11.75 million. And that is cheap for somebody who scored 12 goals last season. I think that's good. He's still a good age, 27 years of age, can play on both wings and play up front. I'm thinking squad player, that's a really good signing to bring in.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Virgil Lozano. For £11 million, I think that's really cheap. Other signings though, I think left back, we may have had a little bit of a weakness there with Alexandro. He's okay going forward, maybe not defensively. But Angelino, he's only 25 years of age. He's very well rounded. He's got it all. He's very good at tackling, but also he's got that 17 crossing.
I do like him.
Yeah. We've got Cuadrado on the right-hand side, who basically is exactly the same. Unbelievable at crossing the ball now. So supplying in the 4-4-2 is going to work really well with these two guys. Angelino joins us and can play it on the left for £32 million from Leipzig. Pedro Porro on the right-hand side. Now, I know we've got Cuadrado.
Yeah.
But Pedro Porro also does quite a very similar job to that, and he can play further forward in that right midfield role. So I'm thinking now we have a lot of options going in different on both flanks there, because in a 4-4-2, every time I've used a 4-4-2 in Football Manager and I've actually played all the games, the positions I'm always taking off to be substitute because they're tired is fullbacks and wingers.
Yeah.
Especially wingers, because they're going all the way up and coming all the way back, especially in the support role. So I'm thinking if we make sure we're focusing strength and depth on there, that's 3 players there who can fill those roles. I think that's smart. But Zabarnyi is a player that I've brought in to play centre-back. We don't need him yet because Bonucci's still good enough, and I'm worried about his development, so I've loaned him out to Anderlecht for now. Did spend a lot of money on a player we're loaning out, £30 million in a rebuild, but it's one season to make sure he's getting game time. So far he's played 5. So we can clearly say he's going to start, and he's got a very good average rating.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Hopefully he develops nicely, and when he comes back to the club, we can embed him into the team, the young Ukrainian, and he can become a first-team player. So that's £114 million spent.
Saying about the transfers, though, 2018, Juventus paid the most for a player over 30 years of age.
Ronaldo.
99 million, was it?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well, 99 million for a player with 33.
Yeah.
He's 33 at the time.
I mean, he would be worth it, but they bought it to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
Obviously, it never paid off. It failed, and they kind of crashed out quite miserably.
But then you're saying that, though, he went there and won the league.
Yes,
with
yeah.
them. You know,
But they were already winning the league.
Yeah, he was winning things. You just can't knock. And I think didn't he end up as league and goal scorer of that league as well?
Yeah.
So, you just can't knock that person for that. What he's done. The teams that he leaves Real Madrid, goes to Juventus, and he wins the league again.
Yeah.
League and goal scorer. All right, he didn't do so well as he wanted to do in the Champions League, but 99 million for a person over in his 30s.
Yeah.
What a record that is to
Yeah. If it weren't for the fact that Messi left on a free, that's got to be bargain of the century, isn't it? Messi on a free, but obviously the wages are a little bit more expensive. But impressive. Obviously not from Ronaldo, but impressive that they're spending that much money.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they have been lately splashing a lot of cash. Even though they sold him, De Ligt was a huge signing.
Yeah.
£60+ million for, what, an 18, 19-year-old he was at the time.
I mean, to go from 2010, 11 and win the league 9 years in a row.
You got to have good recruitment.
Yeah, you got to have. You can't play the same team for 9 years and win that amount of time. So last season for them would have been a disappointment for not winning anything.
Yeah.
But what a 10, 13 years they've had to thing, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. So, let's take a look then. Tactically, we are stick with a 4-4-2. It'd be silly to change it round when we just won the Champions League and the Coppa Italia. We just need a little bit more luck in the league, I think. And we're sticking with Vlahovic on that left-hand side. But if I do go to pick without restriction and we take a look at the best 11, although it obviously moves Vlahovic and Keane around, that would be what it kind of looks like. So you can see now, Chiesa drops to the left-hand side where he is playing. He's a very good midfielder. I mean,
I do like him.
Other than not winning the Euros, he was one of my favourite parts of the Euros, is watching him playing, him coming on and being amazing. Cuadrado then goes into the right-hand side where he was kind of that position for Chelsea, if you remember rightly, instead of the full-back role. And Pedro Porro then comes in at at fullback. So it was a little bit of a twist, but our midfield kind of McKennie, Locatelli, Pogba, they're all interchangeable. And like I say, you've got Angelino who can play left back, Di Maria who will play on both sides. We've got a lot of strength in depth now.
I mean, it's interesting to see Pogba not even actually in that team, isn't it?
Yeah, thank God. No.
I don't like him, is it?
No.
Never have though. But, you know, he's
Weston McKennie's very good as well.
Because he won the World Cup, he thinks he's something really special then, and he comes to the Premier League thinking, you know, don't touch me, don't touch me.
Attitude
You're in the Premier League, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
And he got it.
Yeah. Let's take a look schedule-wise then. We've played a lot of games because it's the World Cup year, and we've won every single one of those games. 3-1 against Cremonense. Udinese 2-0, Spezia 2-0. We then beat Leicester, who won the Europa League. 5-2. Lazio, last season champions, we beat them as well. Dusan Vlahovic, who, if you take a look, has scored in every game so far, and sometimes on multiple occasions.
Yeah.
Sampdoria, a 2-1 win as well.
What a result that is.
And Torino. They had 2 send-ins off. Very close to each other as well. Yeah, so we very much enjoyed that one at the Allianz Stadium. But our Champions League group, Rangers have cropped up again. They seem to crop up quite often in these rebuilds, don't they?
Yeah.
Sporting, usually we're stealing their players. So this time round, we haven't Sporting. You might still be at full strength. And Chelsea, of course, that's going to be a difficult one.
You'd be disappointed not to be in the top 2 there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just going to be us and Chelsea, whoever gets the home result, maybe. Whether you'd see whether they would top the group or not. Okay. We've got a Champions League to defend, but we've also got a Serie A to win. Let's simulate this second season. Second season, and we're title winners.
Get in.
By a mile as well. Look at that. 11 points clear of second place Lazio. That's a lot better, isn't it?
Yeah, we've still lost 5 games.
5 games. One against Torino too.
Talking about how many games we lost there.
Yeah.
2011-2012 season. Conte was manager.
Yep.
Didn't lose a game that season.
That's impressive, isn't it? Go on and beat them.
38 games, didn't lose a game.
Yeah, shame he's not at a club now to replicate that. But yeah, that's a fantastic season.
Yeah.
Roma finishing in 3rd place as well, so knocking out one of the Milans. It's Bielsa. Every time we check to see who's new manager, it's Bielsa just turns up all the time. It's me again. Just in a different language because he can't speak English, but even though we know he can.
The good thing is he takes the same bloke with him
every time. Yeah,
and he talks all those languages.
God, he is, mate. He's like, oh, please don't learn English because I'll be out of a job. Other competitions then. Did we retain the Champions League and the Coppa Italia? No. Quarter-final exit by PSG. So, and semi-final by Inter Milan. So we didn't even win the Coppa Italia even. Couldn't get to the final. That was a Milan derby, a boring one, which AC Milan won on penalties. Not great. Not great at all. I wonder whether we lost to Chelsea in the away leg. We then beat Rangers. Lost to Sporting, so we finished second on our group probably.
Yeah.
We came up against Liverpool and knocked Liverpool out. 5-3 in the home leg, 3-2 at Anfield. Gotta win your home games.
Gotta win your home games, mate.
Because we lost our home game against PSG.
Oh, no.
4-2, so that's cost us there. That's why we lost. Goals then. I don't think we're going to have as many goals this season. 63 is still good in 54 appearances for Dusan Vlahovic. He is
still good. That's
brilliant. Carrying us right now. That is unbelievable. He doesn't have Moise Kean getting the same
3 goals and 2 players. Come on.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah. Chiesa, and he's a midfielder, Chiesa, so that's even more impressive. Lozano got 15, new signing. Moise Kean got 14 with 7 assists. Most assists was 18 with Di Maria again. And Cuadrado got 14 from the other side. Pedro Porro picking up 12. Not bad at all.
No.
Okay, 3rd season. We have been given a budget of 128 million. I did not know Juve had this much money. This is quite impressive. Right, okay, we'll go then.
Yeah.
Now, we might already have quite a lot in the budget, but Kulusevski rejoined the club because Spurs did not do the loan to buy option. So we sold him for more back to PSG. 66 million. They played him quite a lot, and he did actually play really well for them. So I don't know what they're thinking there.
No.
But we sold him for 66 million because I genuinely don't think we need him. We've got so many really good wingers already. I know he's young.
I can only go by what I see at the moment, and I would have him in any team that I was.
He is well. I'd love him at my club, but I don't think we need him at this club. That brings in more transfer budget.
So that don't come back and bite us.
Dennis Sakari was another player we sold to Napoli, 27 million. Had to pick him up for just 7 million, so we gained an extra 20 million there because we barely played him, so that's not bad. More in the transfer kitty. And another 16 million on Rafinha, who we signed for about £3 million, selling him in for another 16, so gaining an extra £13 million on a squad player because, well, we signed Pedro Porro, Cuadrado's now our right midfielder, Rafinha got less and less game time last season, so he goes to Sassuolo. So we're picking up more and more money. How have we spent it? The first signing I brought in was Lorenzo Pellegrini from Roma. 27 years of age, and this guy is world class in my opinion. The mental attributes are good enough for itself. Unbelievable.
He'd be in anybody's team, wouldn't he?
Yeah, for sure. £44 million from Roma is quite a lot of money, but it's nowhere near what you'd think a midfielder of that caliber would be. Yeah. I love this though, transfer business. So
they buy him for 900,000.
900,000, 2 seasons later. Actually, we're going to take it back for £11 million. Sassuolo's like, okay.
Yeah.
So not bad. So it's basically, you paid him to loan him for 2 seasons. But we gave him a lot more money back. But he's worth it because I think he's phenomenal. And of course he plays for Italy. That means something, obviously, to keep with kind of like homegrown talents and stuff, trying to register players.
Juventus, over the years, have supplied the most amount of players to the Italian
to be capped
national team.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me too much because when I think about like growing up when I was young, a lot of like the foreigners in the Italian league tended to be at Milan.
Yeah.
The core of Juve's team was of course like Del Piero and players like that. A lot of Italians.
Yeah.
Perlo was another one who was there for a while. A lot of them were Italians. Bonucci, Chiellini, like they were all Buffon. Like there's a big core through the middle, all Italian. So
we was talking about Michel Platini earlier.
Yeah.
In the Juventus team as well, I think they've had 8 Ballon d'Or players.
Ballon d'Or players, yeah.
And also 4, I think it was World Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So they haven't had no mugs playing from them.
God,
really,
no,
when you
not
think
at
of
all.
that as well. So they've always had good players, but majority of them, like it was Italians all the time.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of the time. More signings though. I brought in Tammy Abraham from Man City. So he had left Roma for £56 million. When I seen him, he only played 4 games from starting games, 13 off the bench.
Gee, his first season he bangs
request.
in 20 in 33 games, and his second season didn't play very often.
Well, he got signed by Man City right at the end of the transfer window because he played 4.
Still 7 goals in 17 games.
Only 4 starts.
The way Man City play as well. Yeah, like I say, he probably hasn't started very often.
No, because he's going to be behind Erling Haaland, isn't he?
I think that's a good signing, really.
So, although we spent a little bit more money, he was transfer listed. He is world class in my opinion. 25 years of age, really talented because of his physicals. He's 6'5". He's even bigger than Dusan Vlahovic. Yeah. So this is now going to be the guy that I aim for corners with because he's bigger and more stronger than Dusan, which says something because Dusan's unbelievable. So now we've got 2 world-class strikers.
Definitely.
So I think we're just making a monopoly here of really good strikers. But Bonucci, his time might be up ever so soon. We have got Zabani, but Bremer, the signing that we made at the start, yes, he won the Champions League with us.
Yeah.
I still don't consider him to be in the elite centre-backs. He's a good centre-back, not elite. Vardio, though, he can be elite, and he's only 21. We spent a lot of money.
It's a lot of money for a young lad, but he is
70. He's very good on this game. I absolutely love him. It's very, very rare that I've managed to be able to sign him on Football Manager, because usually, by the time I have enough money to sign him, he's gone.
Yeah.
He's usually at Liverpool, City, somebody like that, Barcelona, Real Madrid. But we have also made a signing for Anthony, a right midfielder. Again, we've just lost, of course, the right midfielder. But bringing this guy in, he's even better. Cuts in on his left-hand side, so it gives us a different style of player. Bringing him in from Ajax, £63 million. But look how many goals he scored last season, 17 in 28. I know it's the Eredivisie, but it's still a lot. Bringing him in, I think that's a good signing too. We're just strengthening our squad. Our squad depth now is just ridiculous. So we stick with a 4-4-2. There's no point in changing that around. He's won us the Champions. Well, that's everything so far. But now we have 2 strikers, and I don't really mind who's attacking that corner. So I don't need to nail him in. Just for the sake of it, we can see who my assistant considers to be our best 11. It does say McKennie on the right, but I dare say that probably won't happen that much. Pellegrini in centre midfield alongside Locatelli. Gavardio and Bonucci, who is still around for now, but he is turning 36. So I dare say his mental attributes are disgusting though. So he is still going to be good.
Strike force is exactly what you thought it would have been, wasn't it?
Exactly, the 2 powerhouses up top. I mean, Dusan every single season gets better and better, and then of course Tammy Abraham joining him. So, and our bench is ridiculously good too. So we got a lot of options in there. I forgot to mention as well, Filip Kostic also signed in the pre-season before we actually started the rebuild. He signed in real life from Frankfurt, my team. So that's a big loss for Eintracht Frankfurt, who just won the Europa League, but a good signing, I think, for Juve. Okay, I think we need some kind of double now. We're good enough team to win the league, but this team needs to be winning the cup as well, at the very least, and probably getting to the semi-final of the Champions League.
Yeah, definitely.
Schedule-wise, we played one game. It was a loss to Roma.
That's a bad loss.
Yeah,
First game of the season.
especially when you win 15-0 the game before.
Yeah, you don't know what league goes from, do you?
No.
How many goals did Paul Pogba score in that?
I know, six goals in total. Champions League group though: Barcelona, Benfica, Ludogorets.
All right, well, we should.
We've got a big boy in there, but we should go for it.
Should be there, shouldn't we? I don't think we could beat Barcelona with the squad that we've got now.
I think so too, especially that sometimes they get picked apart a little bit, so maybe we'll see that in this occasion. All right, we'll simulate third season and see what happens. Third season, we win the league.
By a mile.
By a mile, yes. We're dominating, Dad. We've only lost 2 games and only drawn 2 games as well. One against
We lost the first game of the season, and then we lost one more game
after that. Away to Lazio, who obviously won the league the season before us. So it was a good season, I think.
Definitely, yeah.
Sampdoria getting relegated. Ooh, wouldn't like that. No. Wouldn't like that at all. 104 points, like we mentioned. Our goal difference is 113. 140 goals in 38 games. That's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
We put just 14 past Parma.
Just looking at that, I'll be very disappointed if we haven't won something else with it.
We'll see.
Come on, we've just blasted that league out of the water.
Yeah.
Surely with the goals that we're scoring, the team we've got, we should be winning something else with that.
Well, let's take a look. Competitions, runners-up of the Coppa Italia. First round knockout by Man City.
Oh, that's bad. That is bad.
Oh, either they finish second or somehow we've lost to Barcelona, I think. Yeah. We lost to Inter Milan in the final. They do have a good team, to be fair, but we should still be winning. Lukaku and Martinez up top, obviously rivals our front two.
Yeah.
That's 2 very good and 2 really good midfielders that they've got as well, and Barella and Brozovic. So, yeah, they've got a great team. They do have a great team. I think they finished second place. Yeah. Although it was quite far away, they finished 10 points above Lazio. First round knockout by Man City, though, is not great. 5-2 on aggregate. But I think we topped the group. So Man City actually finished in second in whatever group they were in.
Yeah.
They must have... Hertha Berlin? Oh, I don't know. What? I mean, if you gave me that group of Ajax,
it's all about
Salzburg,
winning your home games. Yeah, then. I bet they won their own games.
They won 4 games. They won 2 home games. They beat Man City twice. What is happening there?
Unbelievable.
If you gave me that group, I would have said Hertha Berlin bottom easily.
Yeah,
that is ridiculous.
Well, you would say Ajax in Man City, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
every
for
day
sure.
of the week.
Wow, that is
win our group.
Yeah, we won our group.
Even Man United won their group, so it's won a very good year. That was
it. We actually went unbeaten. We beat Barcelona twice. We drew 1 game, which was against Benfica away from home, 3-3. We might have already gone through at that point.
Probably, yeah.
We scored a lot of goals, though, Dad. So I'm curious. Tammy Abraham scored 1 more than Vlahovic. 57.
13 goals and 2 players. Wow, I don't think we've ever had that, have we?
I don't think so.
What a strike force we've got now.
That is impressive.
God. And they're too young, so we can carry this strike force on for people to take over from us.
For Patreon members, patreon.com/Megaloop Gaming, the £5 tier, you get to take on this save game file at the end of the 5 seasons, and Dad's going to set you a test or a challenge at the very least. So a lot of these players now you might still have, because a lot of them are still in their early 20s, mid-20s. Yeah. But even then, they're getting a lot of assists. You've got to say it's probably for each other as well.
It's got to be in it.
Yeah. Dusan Vlahovic has got a 5-star now, so he's probably, oh my god, he's got so much better in just that one season. It's disgusting, isn't it? Really gross to see that. And Tammy's obviously probably progressed too. He has, he's got a lot better physicals, so really good to see that. Hopefully that's benefited England, because him being English, I would love to play him more.
Yeah.
All right, I know you love Harry Kane and you think, but I'd play Tammy Abraham as well.
I'd play him up front with Harry Kane sat behind him.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. I'd love to see that. Pedro Porro got 22 assists, 15 from Vlahovic, 15 from Chiesa, who had a good season, with Pellegrini bringing in 14 assists too. So really strong season, and they've given us another 119. How do you get better than that? Where?
I don't know.
Goalkeeper maybe? Szczesny's okay.
Yeah. Who are you going to take though?
Szczesny is quite old now too.
You want to improve, so where do you... where do you go to improve?
Yeah, it's a tricky one. I mean, maybe another centre-back if Bonucci does leave. We're probably going to have to be forced to bring one in.
Probably, yeah. I mean, he's getting on now, isn't he?
Yeah, so I think, what is he, 37? He might actually be in pending retirement. I just haven't seen it yet.
37. You're playing in the position. He's getting slower, isn't he?
Yeah.
You've got to have someone with a lot of pace around him.
Yeah.
He's got the knowledge. When you want to play a sweeper system, he's the ideal player for it.
Yeah, especially in like a 3, he'd be absolutely fine, but maybe it might be his time to go. But yeah, Szczesny's now our only goalkeeper, so we might need to bring that one in.
Definitely need to keep it there.
Ignore the right-back situation, because of course we've got Cuadrado who can play there too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go then. Forward to the fourth season, see who we bring in and where we can improve this team with this ridiculous transfer budget. Dad, Dusan Vlahovic has gone to PSG. Now, I know you'd be disappointed. However, how much did you say Ronaldo was bought for?
99 million.
Okay, double that. 200 million, which is now the record I have ever sold a player on any football manager. That's the most I've ever sold a player for. How can you turn that down?
In real life, a team's never going to turn that down.
No.
I mean, Spurs wouldn't turn it down for Harry Kane, would they? In the position that we're in, I still say no.
Really?
How are you going to better him? A player that age,
you haven't
scored
seen yet.
that many goals. How are you going to better him?
I seem to remember we played a 16-year-old a few weeks ago, and you doubted me then.
Unless you're going to buy Erling Haaland, I don't think you're going to improve on him.
Okay, well, we'll see. But I couldn't turn that down. And in fact, I'll tell you what I did. They came in with 150 million, and I said no and negotiated 200 million because they came in 3 or 4 times. They went up to 150. So I said, I'll be cheeky, 200. And if he goes 200, I'll accept it.
They're going to, isn't they?
And they said, yeah.
They've just played 6 games, and how many goals has he scored?
He's got 6 for them. Yes, he has 6 for them, but I think you need to trust me. Poor Pogba, I also sold him for £36 million. That's good business.
I'd have given him away.
So if you think Juve's business with poor Pogba, they signed him on a free, sold him to Man United for 86, signed him on a free again from Man United after loaning him out for 4 years, 5 years, and sold him to Liverpool for 36.
I mean, Liverpool in real life would never buy him anyway.
No, of course not. No, it just wouldn't suit Klopp's game at all.
Well, he wouldn't. He would just get slaughtered, wouldn't he?
Oh yeah, of course he would, especially if he went to Old Trafford. He got booed when he was here at the club. So we sold poor Pogba. We've also sold Angelino to Manchester United. I don't think he was giving us the numbers that I wanted.
No.
If you think I bought him because his crossing was really high, I played him 30 games and he got 1 assist. That's poor in my opinion.
When you see the facts, that's a good player, right?
Yeah, it's a loss as well, but I'm willing to take it. So maybe we can bring some more in. 15 Andrea Cambiasso and another 5 million takes that total up to £289 million. We spent 346 million.
That's got to be a record, isn't it?
That's a record that I've ever spent.
This has got to be good then.
No.
This has got to be good then. Come
yes.
on, then.
Okay. So Morato at centre back. We need another centre back. It's a deadline day deal as well. We need another centre back. He's a backup. £31 million from Benfica. Good player.
Good time.
Reece James.
Very good.
Yes. A lot of money.
Anybody's team. Don't care.
A lot of money, but Reece James.
Watched him play against Spurs the other day. Absolutely ripped us apart.
I think he should be England's starting right back.
Definitely.
I like Trent.
Yeah.
But I think defensively, Reece James is better.
As well, so,
yeah.
But yeah, I would play him.
Yeah. And attacking wise, he's got it as well. That 18 crossing, really good balance and everything like that. I think he's world class. So, and he's only 24, and you think we're in season 4. Yeah, so young.
What a player.
Yeah. So that's a good signing.
Yeah.
On the left-hand side, we weaken AC Milan with arguably the best left-back on the game in the world right now, Theo Hernandez, and he's only 26. So again, Patreon members, I'm selling these older players and bringing in youthful players, 57 million. Not bad, I don't think, from another Italian club. Not Diego, calm down. That's not the striker we've replaced Vlahovic with.
I love him. I love to.
Imagine that.
Oh, that'd be brilliant.
Yeah.
How many fights would you have in each game, would you?
All the time. All the time.
A Spanish person like that against the Italians, we just fighting all the time.
Yeah, he would. Diogo Costa is a Portuguese goalkeeper who I actually think is really good on this game. Developed really nicely from Porto. He got 13 clean sheets last season in almost 30 games, so I think that's good enough. The striker I went for, I weakened Inter Milan and I brought in Lautaro Martinez. I mean, he has different attributes to Vlahovic. He's quicker, but he's not as tall. So my thinking is we've got Abraham for that.
Yeah.
We've got Abraham for the height, Martinez has the pace. So this is a Crouch and Defoe situation instead of the Crouch and Andy Carroll situation. But instead of Andy Carroll costing £35 million for Liverpool, he cost £200 million for PSG.
Yeah.
And instead we spent less than half of that on bringing Lautaro Martinez into the club.
If it works, I mean, he's 2 goals, 2 games. So
yeah, and he scored 25 goals last season.
In the Italian league, so he's proven in this league.
Yeah.
Season after season as well, by the looks of it. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. We'll go with that.
Okay, good. And we also managed to bring in another centre midfielder in Samuel Ricci, 23 years of age. Very talented centre midfielder from Torino. Another rivalry.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've brought him into
really, what
good
we've
player.
done here, after all those buys, we've really weakened the teams around us as well, haven't we?
I'm a genius, aren't I? I am a genius. Because majority of those players were coming from Italian clubs.
Yeah.
There's just a couple from Portuguese and one from Chelsea. Other than that, yeah, all Italian clubs were just, we'll take your best player.
Best way to do it, isn't it?
Yeah, can't argue with it. The Bayern Munich, I'm going to call it. The Bayern Munich transfer strategy.
Yeah.
As soon as someone gets good in the league, what's their name?
Yeah.
How much do you want for them? So tactically, I think we stick with the same 4-4-2. I want Diego Costa to play in goal instead of Szczesny because he is the future. And everywhere else, we are free to do as what we will. So let's take a look at the best 11. What it would suggest. Porro on the right, James in behind. Zabany's now developed into a lovely player, so that's good. We loaned him out for that season's done in the world of good. Next to Gvardiol, who has got better and better. He is unbelievable now. He has got 18 pace. Hernandez, Chiesa, Locatelli and Pellegrini's got a wonderful relationship there. Martinez and Tammy Abraham up front.
Quick little fact for you here.
Okay.
What was Juventus known for being the first team ever to do something in 1958?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, I don't know.
I'll give you a bit of a clue. They now do it with 3 stars on their shirt. They were the first team in 1958
okay.
to put a star on their shirt. But they've won the league 10 times then.
Yeah.
When they got to winning it 20, I think one of the league titles was taken away from them.
Because of the...
Yeah, so they didn't wear it then,
Yeah.
the 2 stars, until another team had reached 20. And then when they reached 30... they put the 3 stars back onto their shirt just to say we're better than you.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite impressive.
1958, the first ever team
Yeah.
to wear a star on their shirt for something.
So I thought, because obviously I'm not like up to date with all the badges, that it was just Champions League wins.
Yeah.
Because that's what a lot of clubs do, don't they? I think Liverpool have the 6 Champions League wins and everything like that. I think other clubs do that.
They win the World Cups, means they go.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I never realised it was for 10 lots of league wins. That's impressive. Yeah. Oh, you've won the league, have you? No, 10 times.
Yeah.
That counts as 10, not just 1. So that is quite impressive. Fair enough. How many can we end up on? Can we get more than that? Because I think, what are they up to now? 38. We could.
Ooh.
We could add a star here.
Yeah.
Because this is season 4. We could add another star here.
Now we've got to win the league 2 more times.
2 more times. There's one other player I want to show you, Nicola Revella. He comes through the youth academy. He comes from Genoa, but we signed him before we started the rebuild. I keep loaning him out because he's amazing, but he's not quite good enough to break into the first team.
Yeah.
So I just keep loaning him out, and you can see a loan, and he's playing first team football. So I'm thinking that's a good idea. And this season, he's at Lazio playing first team football, so I'm going to see what he's really about here. I still don't think it's going to be good enough to the fact that they're going to dampen our chances of winning the league. I think we're way too strong with that, but just to keep an eye out on Nicola Revella there, because I still think we've got the best team easily there. Really good. Schedule wise then, what have we done so far? We've played 2 games. Lazio, like I mentioned, they're playing Revella. We beat them 3-0. And also, obviously, now he's going to be playing against other players, so other teams that we can take points from. Then Torino, they just don't like us anymore, do they? No. We keep taking their players and then we just batter them. 4-1. Alex Collado getting a penalty for them, but it was no good. Martinez got himself 2 and Tammy Abraham got 2 as well. Our Champions League group, that's the easiest group we could have ever asked for.
I think it's the easiest group we've ever been in.
Yeah. Porto, Club Brugge and Celtic. Yeah, that's easy. Especially because we just took Porto's goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So defensively, they might not be as strong as what they have been recently to get into the Champions League.
I mean, those 3 clubs should be looking at it thinking we're fighting for 1 place.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Second, for sure.
Yeah.
Liverpool are the holders again, so did they win it back-to-back? No, Bayern Munich won it in between after we won it. Okay then, season number 4. Let's see how we do. Season number 4, and we win title number 3. Only losing 1 game. So close to Conte. That Inter Milan, 103 points. So is that 1 point less or more than what we had? I can't remember where we were, 102 or 104 last season.
Yeah, I can't remember now.
It was 104, so 1 point less than last season. But still, that's fantastic. Gotta be happy with that.
One more leagues away from the extra star.
One more. Lautaro Martinez got 31. He beat Tammy Abraham to 28 to win the Golden Boot this season. Chiro Immobile there down in 28th. Pedro Porro got 15 assists. Very good stuff. Most clean sheets too for Diogo Costa. Wonderful. But other competitions, how have we done? Semi-final by Manchester City again, and the Coppa Italia is the quarter-final. We cannot get a double.
No.
Well, we got the double in the first season, didn't we? The Champions League, Coppa Italia, but
it's the big double we want, isn't it?
yeah, we won a league with another something. So that's annoying. Semi-final by Manchester City, 4-1 on aggregate. Looks like it was
final.
Played out between Liverpool and Man City, and Liverpool won after extra time. Let's take a look then at the tree, and we can see all the way through. So we played Bilbao in the first round knockout stage, knocked them out. Chelsea, we beat them 3-2. That's when we come up against Man City, who had already knocked out PSG and Lazio. Tricky though, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you come up against these teams, because you know they've just got the best players in the world. 42 goals for Lautaro Martinez, 37 for Tammy Abraham. No, it's nowhere near as much as what it was before.
It wasn't, but we still won the league.
We still won the league.
So you replaced him. You replaced him.
Yeah.
With another striker that's giving you 42 goals.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, just know. I mean, Lavic's goals were a little bit more, I think. Pedro Porro, 18 assists. Teo Hernandez with 12. That's what I wanted from a left back.
Yeah.
Not what Angelino was giving me. I wanted more goals. 12 is fantastic from Teo Hernandez. And Chiesa gets himself 11 as well. We got one final season, and
49 million.
Right now, where do we go?
Yeah.
Now, where do we strengthen this team? Because that's ridiculous. Do we have any words on the pitch to even strengthen? I don't know whether we do. I really don't.
I feel really you've got to buy one or two world-class players rather than 3 or 4 squad players.
Yeah, because we've done that. We've got the squad players.
So who do you buy and what positions do you buy them in that's going to make a difference for us to win the Champions League? Because we're winning the league comfortably.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
with a squad that's good enough.
And even that's our backup striker, Moise Keane. He's world class now. So we're doing all right.
And it's where these players come available as well, isn't it? So
yeah, that's true. All right, okay. 5th season. Let's see who we bring in. Right, Dad. You said world-class players.
There you go.
Here's a world-class player for you, Virgil van Dyke. Now, I was going for 2 different centre-backs. Wesley Fofana was the other one. He signed a new deal with Leicester, and I was like, I can't believe you've just rejected this project that we've got. I went for Virgil van Dyke.
I mean, I think you're right. He's a world-class player. The only thing I would say against him at this particular time is his age.
Yeah.
But good, if he looks after his body, like a certain Cristiano Ronaldo we know he does, he can definitely go on. In that position, I mean, you got Silva for Chelsea, who just proved when he went to Chelsea, you thought he's left PSG and he's not going to do nothing there.
Yeah.
And he's proved it's everybody wrong.
Yeah.
What a season he had last season for his first season in the Premier League, wasn't it?
So Virgil van Dijk we signed for just £27 million now, because of course he is that cheap because of his age.
Well, yeah, it's still a giveaway though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think 27
You
million.
just keep him, wouldn't you?
Well,
Why wouldn't you just keep him?
Juventus pays 99 million for Cristiano Ronaldo, but you know,
unbelievable money.
I would have kept him at Liverpool.
7.95 average rating in the 2 goals he's played. He scored a goal and got man of the match.
He's going to come up for the
banging
corners,
set pieces.
Yeah, of course he is.
So Big Verge has signed. That's the first time I've ever signed Virgil van Dijk, by the way.
It will be. Liverpool not release him really hard.
No, very rare you do see him leave Liverpool. But he's not the only signing I made. World class, Leroy Sana.
Good signing.
Another good world class player. Different type of player than what we've got, because I think he adds something a little bit more with that blistering pace that he's got, whereas Chiesa is a little bit more technical maybe, although he does have that technical ability, but he can play on both sides as well as in behind the striker if you ever decide to do that. £90 million, that's where the money went this summer.
I don't think he was given a fair chance at Man City, really. I think it's one of those where he just didn't... He was a good player, but the way Pep played everything, changing things around, it didn't sort of suit him, really, did it?
I think he was too young to play in Pep's team.
Probably, at the time.
Because you think that's 5 years ago, he's like early 20s.
Yeah.
Maybe he was too young to understand. He wanted the kind of like, oh, I'm going to do this and this and be amazing, because he's shown glimpses of being world class.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, but it was a bit of a shock to me when Pep decided to let him go. But same as Raheem Sterling and Gabriel Jesus. You doubt him and think, what are you doing? And then all of a sudden...
I think Jesus going to bring in Arsenal was a hell of a signing.
Yeah.
And Arsenal are Well, look at how many goals he's already scored.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I bet they couldn't believe their luck, the Arsenal fans.
But in the replacement, he's brought in Erling Haaland. Obviously, he was.
Well, yeah.
We think he's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
And Julian Alvarez, who I think he's going to be quality. I don't know about you. I've seen very small glimpses, but he looks like he's quality from the Argentinian league for 15 million. So
what a buy that is.
Yeah, I mean Haaland only cost him 60 million transfer fee. Whether like the rest of the fees were more. Yeah. But that's two great signings for us. 117 million pounds spent.
Yeah, I'll take them 2 signings. We said 2 good signings. We're going to be world class. We've got
for sure. Just double check we didn't sign anybody else. Nope, that was just those 2 players there. Okay, well, we'd be silly to change it around. We're sticking with the 4-4-2.
Yeah.
Or 4-4-2. Won't you believe it? Let's take a look at the best 11 then. Sané goes in on the left. We've got Chiesa, Moise Kean and Martinez up front instead of Tammy Abraham. Nicola Revella, after his season at Lazio, whoa, he's progressed. He looks really good now for the age of 23. I think loaning him out to Lazio has done him the world of good because 5 assists there. He's come in and he's now classed as a better player than Lorenzo Pellegrini. So he goes alongside Locatelli, who's only 27 himself. The Patreon members, you can enjoy those 2.
Yeah.
Reece James on the right, Hernandez, Gvardio, Van Dyke and Costa. So really, Van Dyke is the only one that is anywhere near the age of 30 in the first team.
It's a lot of defence, really.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's all you really have to replace. But then you still got Zabanye, who is here, who's quality and good enough for your first team should you need to. Only 23. Okay, final season then. Let's take a look at the schedule. 10-1 in the opening game. Virgil Van Dyke scored on his debut. Tammy Abraham got 2. Martinez got 2. Pellegrini got 2. And a 2-0 win against AC Milan.
Before we go any bit further,
yeah,
I've got my football kit story again.
Kit story, yeah. Okay, Juventus.
I found a little
I think I might know this one because I think
I've
it's
got a
quite
feeling you have because I think we've spoken about this on other videos. They were formed in 1897, I think it was. Juventus, but they were formed as a sports club.
Yeah.
Rather than a football team. It took them 2 years to become as a football team. The sports club's still going in Juventus apparently. Yeah. 2 years later they went in as a football team. Then it took them 3 years, I think it was. They used to play in pink.
Yeah,
shirts.
Which they tend to use as their away shirt.
Away shirts, yeah. But they had an English backroom staff member, and they asked him if he had any contacts in England to do with football kits. They wanted to change their football kit.
Was like England like world famous for its clothing?
I think back in the day, the football started in England, didn't it? So everybody just looked on to England teams.
Yeah.
And but yeah, he said, yeah, I've got some friends. They live in Nottingham.
Yeah.
So he's contacted his friend, and he was a supporter of
Notts County.
Notts County. Yeah. So he sent over some Notts County shirts, which is black and white stripes.
Yeah.
And they liked it because they thought they looked fierce when they were wearing those shirts.
Yeah.
So that's where the
because the pink was not manly enough for them.
So that's where the black and white stripes come from.
Yeah.
England team again, Notts County.
Yeah.
Good old Notts County. Who thought they would have been the invention of the Juventus football kit, really?
Yeah. The inventors of the kit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've known that story's quite a well-known one. So as soon as you said you had a story about the kit, I thought it has to be the Notts County.
I remember doing one of our old videos, and I remember you saying Notts County to do with Juventus when we was doing. I think it was the Newcastle video you mentioned it in. So there
we go.
Yeah.
But nice one. I think that's weird. Like their away kit is just black when they play in black.
Because usually they just go away from the colour completely, don't they?
It's a bit stupid, really. Yeah. But there we go. Okay, we've got one final season, Dad, to get that 4th star.
Do you know what our nickname is?
No.
And I thought that was strange, but they're old ladies.
Oh yeah, the old lady. Yeah. That's quite a well-known name, actually, isn't it? The old lady. Because they mention it like quite a lot, don't they? So I'm quite surprised I didn't remember that when you said it. To be fair, let's see how we do in this 5th and final season.
Let's get that final star on the
shirt. Have we done it? Yes!
Get in our
record points. Oh!
And we never lost a game!
And we did lose a game! Antonio Conte. We Antonio Conte'd it.
Virgil Van Dyke, that's what happens when you put him in your defence.
Exactly. No losses. 106 points, 123 goals. The goals are also back as well, which is quite impressive. Yeah, that's a lot of goals. No losses is very impressive. The talent, 40 goals. Ciro Immobile also got 4. He didn't win the Golden Boot. Tammy Abraham got 32. He had the highest average rating.
112 goals from 3 players.
Unreal. Very, very good indeed.
If we haven't won the Champions League, mate, I'm going to be so disappointed.
Oh, that's pressure. All right, let's see how we done. Have we done it? Oh no. We won the cup though. We won the Cup of Italia. So close to the treble. Real Madrid in the final, 2-1. Oh. It's Real Madrid. It's so difficult, isn't it? Adeyemi, who they've obviously bought from Dortmund.
you couldn't accept any other team.
No, they got Mbappe as well from Declan Rice. I'll let you in on a secret as well. Tried signing Mbappe. It was between us and Real Madrid. The two clubs he put a bid in. He went Real Madrid. Looks like he made the right decision. But yeah, is it still Ancelotti? Yeah, of course it is. Don Carlo. Still there.
Legend, that bloke.
Yeah, I absolutely love Don Carlo. But that's a tough one to take. We did win the Coppa Italia though. For the first time since the first season. 3-1 against Inter
got our own
Milan.
back on them.
Yeah, we stole their player, Lautaro Martinez, who actually scored. Got a penalty against them, Moise Kean and Locatelli. Good stuff. Nice one. 2 late goals as well, to be fair. 72, 76. There we go. Let's take a look at the goals then before we do the...
Absolutely gutted.
Why?
We didn't win the Champions League.
It was close. We won the Champions League first season.
Oh, no.
63 goals for Lautaro Martinez, 55 for Tammy Abraham. That's close to the total that Tammy had with Vlahovic.
Yeah.
So he finally did
that.
replace him.
Yeah.
With Moise Kean getting 24 with only 19 starts as well. 17 assists from Chiesa, I can see is quite a lot, but Pellegrini actually got 18, Pedro Porro 16. Not bad, very good season for all of them. Really good season. So, what is the target for the Patreon members in this very fun Juventus save?
Easy, innit? You've got to win the league and the Champions League.
Yeah, get that double gone. And if you can get the cup at the same time, get the illustrious treble.
The treble would be brilliant.
Yeah.
So let us know whether you do it, but the double is the challenge.
Yeah. To put it in perspective, you have £140 million again.
Don't know where you're going to improve.
No, maybe... I don't really know, to be fair. I wouldn't even be able to guess where you'd be able to even think about trying to improve that team, because every position you've got a world-class player in, and you probably can't find anyone who's better than that. But good luck. Let us know how you get on.
I think that's got to be the best squad we've passed over.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, close to, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I would say is Van Dyke being a little bit too old, but other than that, yeah.
Maybe you have to replace him, but not to win any game. Not to lose any game as well.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the food like at the
stadium? Oh yeah, what's the food like? Do you have pasta? What's the food like at this very beautiful stadium, by the way?
Yeah, it is very nice,
really good. It looks very like a good atmosphere. Built in 2011, the Allianz Stadium. What's the food like? Is it nice? Anything about the stadium that you can tell us? By all means, Juventus fans, let us know. We're curious down in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you check out Manscaped, of course. By buying something with Manscaped, use my code. You actually help me as a content creator. And of course, you can buy your new t-shirts of Gotta Win Your Home Games. The Team Public is down below. Thank you very much for watching. Patreon members, really do appreciate you. And we'll see you next week for another one. Bye-bye.